guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the G&A Reviews podcast. This is Silveroni, and...
Well, this is Sobroni. You are not Sobroni.
Well, fuck me. I'm just with this microphone, and we're gonna end this, and... You know, I committed so hard to that opening just to get my own name wrong.
Keep it.
But this is Jobber. This is Juby-Doo. This is Juby-Doo, and by the sound of Silveroni laughing, we're just gonna apparently just go ahead with this one. So you know what? And you know, I think this is just like divine justice because Silveroni humiliated himself somewhat last night, so it's only right that I follow suit the very next day.
Yeah, I say it's a fair trade-off. By the way, for those of you who are wondering, that is Juby-Doo, not Silveroni.
I said my name.
There's only one Silver. I didn't hear you say it. There's only one Silveroni.
I think I said it. I don't know. I'm drunk.
Except when he becomes Drunkoni. But that's a separate story.
Oh, God. But yeah. This week was, just another week of anime. Stuff happens.
We're going to go into it, but I think it was a very lackluster overall week.
Yeah, agreed. Which is, I'm okay with. I don't know why. It's just like, week after week hype. You know, maybe for me, it just wears on me just a little bit. But in this case, I'm actually okay. We're just having a chill session. I don't know. I think it's just because I just had a really stressful day leading up to this, so now I'm just kind of ready to relax just a wee bit.
All right, so let's get into it.
Yes, and you, the audience, shall sit back and relax and let the reviews begin. Let's start with
Kakegurui, one of the better ones this week, actually.
So remember when I said chill?
What? You can't chill with Kakegurui? First off, this episode cemented the fact that Yumeko is like one of my favorite characters of all time.
Yeah, she's pretty. This is a really good episode.
It was what the last episode should have been. Which was just a high stakes game going on for the whole episode.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just very good. Like, basically, she challenges Manuda to game. First of all, I've never heard a name like Manuda. Like, that doesn't even sound like Japanese.
Rock band,
that one sounds like Latino or something.
Was it Menudo? Is that the band?
Menudo. Yeah. Although I did like the game that they did, the Choice Poker.
That was actually pretty cool. I do want to play some of these games when we get a chance. Like, if we can do these types of gambling, like Choice Poker and the other ones, sounds fun. Even though, it is completely one-sided, depending on who has the most money.
Exactly, which doesn't make any sense-ish. It does, like, in the sense that you're trying to give, like, the richer person an advantage, always. And the fact that you can bet what you want. Maybe I think it would be more fair.
It'd be more fair?
That doesn't make any sense either. No, I was gonna say it'd be more fair if you have to choose stronger or weaker. If you chose stronger or weaker before you looked at your cards.
Yeah, but I feel like that would just remove the entire strategy element of the game. It would just be blind luck. It would just be luck.
Exactly, which is what Yumeko loves.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also, I kind of like Menuda. I like him as a villain.
Yeah, he was a good villain because I was expecting him to kind of do his little logic thing and, Yumeko to operate outside of the bounds of his reasoning ability, but he actually did calculate for Yumeko's eccentricness. So
yeah, he's like, okay, she's crazy, so I'm assuming that she's just doing whatever she wants.
Yeah. Basically, he's been more calculating than anyone else, to the point where it even works against Yumeko, which is good. It's an interesting twist. Usually people just overthink themselves into, like, losing.
And yeah, and then Yumeko's like, I won.
Yeah.
Because I'm just here. Yeah, also, I like that Yumeko lost
Yeah, she
again
did
at this
lose,
game.
which was actually a surprise to me. I was not expecting her to lose. So that was a nice surprise.
Me neither. That was really, I was like, what's she gonna do? And then I love how she literally just goes out to Sumer. I love the change when they changed it to make the story about Sumeragi.
Yes, that was so good. That was like the best part of the episode.
AKA the fingernail girl. Yeah, that shift in it was great.
You're making me want to make this my episode of the week.
And then...
But I'm not. I have another one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what my episode of the week is yet. Probably gonna be the same as yours. But yeah, so even for Sumeragi, like, this whole game becomes, even for her, it becomes a whole big gamble.
Yeah.
Because now it's essentially her life on the line as well.
And I'm glad they gave her some actual backstory other than she's a crazy chick who loves nails.
Yeah. Yeah, thank God. And then I would love to see how that came about, but
and can I just say Yumeko is like god tier manipulative. Like, she's top tier in terms of anime characters who can manipulate and like, if she had, while I was watching the episode, I was like, oh my god, if she had a Geass, for some reason I just had the most random thought, like, if she had a Geass, she'd be, or a Death Note, holy shit, she would kill everybody.
I feel like she would do that just so she can get some really good gambling games going.
Yo, she'll gamble so hard with the Death Note. If you lose, I write your name.
I'm like, and whoever wins, I write their name in the Death Note.
No, but I love how, like, straight up like, I don't even, it's so good, I don't know if she's intentionally being manipulative. I'm pretty sure she is. But, like
she is just for the sake of gambling.
Yeah,
she's
that's
like,
what makes it great. She doesn't have like a greater strategy. Exactly. Like, it's not a part of a grand scheme. It's literally she just wants to gamble, so she knows how to.
And I feel like she's getting, and the best part is I feel like she's getting off on it because she also wants to watch Sumeragi also bet her future.
She wants more people to fucking gamble with her
at the same time. Yeah,
it's so awesome. I love you, Meko.
God, she's so crazy. It's great. I love this show.
It's so fun. This is probably the most fun show we're watching. Actually, I'd say the most fun show this season so far.
Yeah, just because it's just like everyone's crazy, fingernails and guns and.
I'm just sad it's gonna end in 2 episodes. That means I'm thinking that Menudo is gonna be the big villain for the first season. Hopefully this will get a second season.
This has to get a second season.
It does actually have to get this season. I mean, I need to see what happens with the student council president. There's still like half a student council left. Oh, speaking of which, we got the masked chick or chick guy. I don't know if it's a girl or guy now.
Yeah, no. That's definitely like he's definitely speaking into a microphone, like an audio scrambling microphone.
Still sound kind of male, like.
That's the whole.
I mean, you can scramble your voice to sound female too.
You can, but she made it sound like a man's on purpose.
Whatever. In any case, we got to see her finally talk.
Not everyone could be a trap.
We got to finally see her, so that was interesting. Showdown. Yeah. Was she saying showdown the whole time?
Yeah, she was like, showdown. So yeah. Oh, and then like the whole backstory with Sumeragi and Manyuda. Yeah. Like she was like, oh, we're gonna be together forever. Kind of not like so much like a romance, but like a kinship.
A kinship born from 2 assholes. Like, we're gonna fuck everyone over together. We're gonna be absolute power crazy dictators.
They just said they wanted to be rule as kings. That's all
I'm sorry.
they wanted.
We just want to rule as kings. Is not in any way a very power hungry.
It's a power hungry way, but it's not like they're going out of their way to like stab and kill people. Well, not that we know of.
They kind of are, but.
Shh, that's spoilers for next
Fine.
episode.
Alright, should we move on then?
Alright, let's move on.
To
Fate
Apocrypha.
Fate Apocrypha.
Which is fresh in your memory.
I feel like it is, because I just watched it. And I feel like I should say this becomes my episode of the week, is because it's just like a really good episode. I'm gonna make it a tie. Because I really can't.
Alright, this is not my episode of the week, actually, surprisingly enough. But
oh my god. Okay, so now I know by
by process of
elimination.
You know Alright.
Wait, I actually don't. But
I mean, I don't think it'll be a surprise, but
yeah, it won't. Like, there's like two in my head I'm thinking of. But yeah, it was a like shit happens part 5.
You know,
I love. First of all, I like Atlanta in the first few minutes.
In the first
she
like
literally
half a
just
minute, the one line of dialogue she had was great.
Yep, I liked it though. She just antagonizes him, and she's like, "I'm out, deuces."
Why can't we have more Atlanta? Give us more Atlanta.
Nah, I think she's best like for saying her, couple of witty lines and then disappearing to do something.
Yeah, I hate the thing that we do where, or I guess Fate Zero did it too, but they always put like a servant who's like, oh, he's actually a giant abomination monster shit. Like, that's kind of a boring fight. I don't want to see a giant monster fighting servants. I want to see two servants fighting each other. So I kind of hate that they made Spartacus like a fucking giant blob monster.
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember that.
He definitely can't do that in Fate Grand Order, so I wouldn't have mind seeing like just a straight up fight between Atlanta and Spartacus rather than I'm becoming a bomb.
But yeah, that's pretty much what happens. He's literally boom goes the dynamite, boom. Spartacus goes after Mordred because he goes after.
I don't know what his definition of
the oppressor trait. The king or oppressor trait.
Also, maybe this is just me. Well, should I say this now? I feel like it's going to lead into a whole diatribe. But I don't know why, because I can't pinpoint it exactly, but I'm not liking the fact that this battle is going on so long. Like, I don't know, it's getting draggy at this point.
Me too? The only way I would like it is if it went to a point where it was literally just like a battle royale.
Yeah.
Where like there's no 1v1 setting. Like it's everyone just fighting, one team just fighting the other, in every sense of the word. That and would I feel cool. Like this could have been. But the fact that it's all 1v1s and then they split up 1v1, split up 1v1, split up.
I also feel like it could have been done in a couple episodes rather than was on like 4 episodes already of this. And also, I think the bigger problem I have with it is this is just halfway through the series, which I get you want to have, like, your halfway, spectacular moment or whatever, halfway through the first half of the season, and you want to end it with a bang or whatever. But, like, what's going to top this? Is there going to be a bigger battle? You're not going to make it a bigger battle than this. So what's the end game? What's going to be the...
I'm definitely predicting this battle's going to be rather anticlimactic, I feel like. I feel like if they want to do it right, it should be anticlimactic, just so they leave something for.
I mean, they're killing off a lot of strong contenders right now. We got Fran is dead, Spartacus is dead.
Okay, their berserkers are dead. Whatever.
Yeah, both berserkers. There's a whole class eliminated from this Grail War right now, and then I'm strongly feeling that Vlad is gonna die.
Oh, yeah.
That was like the most death flags.
That was definitely, the end of the episode is definitely a death flag.
He had triggered like 50 death flags throughout the episode.
Also, maybe because I'm not a huge history buff, could you explain what he was talking about?
Nope, I don't know what he was talking about either. I'm assuming he was talking about just him having I guess the only thing I can think of is people just talking about how he was a crazy dude who, like, drank people's blood and stuff, but he strikes me as the type of person who would do that and like it. So
I don't know. He doesn't seem so like crazy. He's just like, I'm a
I mean,
king.
he did impale people. It's not like a logical leap to be like, this dude loved to impale people to he also drinks their blood.
But like, what's his face?
Darnick?
That's oh, he's Khan. Yeah, Khan also loves to kill people, but he just had sex with a bunch of women. Also, why isn't he like a hero, quote unquote hero? Why isn't he a servant?
Who? Like
Khan.
Genghis Khan?
Yeah, Genghis Khan.
I don't know. I feel like he should be. There's a lot of people who aren't servants. Where's my Napoleon servant? But yeah, no, he's gonna die. I feel it. I feel he's gonna die. Unless it's like a double reversal thing where it's like, oh, you thought he was gonna die. Psych, we're killing Atlanta or something like that.
Why Atlanta? Why straight to Atlanta?
To hurt me. That's why.
Yeah, so I guess you don't know what he's talking about, like his being all crazy and whatnot. So yeah, this is your cue. Someone else,
please enlighten us.
Say it to us.
My guess is it's just a blood drinking thing, because that would tie into probably him having a noble phantasm where he like drains Karna's blood or something.
Yeah, that I actually forgot what it's. I forgot his noble phantasm from Great Grand Order.
It's a bunch of like. It's a bunch of
like Kazu. No, I mean like the actual name.
It's like Kazikli Bay or something.
Yeah,
some name
like
I can't pronounce. Bay. Also, that's
K-Bay.
It's also really OP because apparently he just make the concept of, I don't even know how the fuck that works, but the concept of impaling people so he can just impale through you, like just make the spikes pop out of your stomach. Can't he just, like, I don't know, win the Grail War right now? Just do that to... Can't he just do that to the other masters? Or, like...
No. I don't... Well, first of all, I think he has to see them, for starters. And then, secondly, like, to do all that cost magic. And then, thirdly, Varna's, like, a badass motherfucker. Which is why...
Yeah, that's, like, the only person who could possibly fight against. Everyone else, this dude can just, like, walk up to them and impale them to death.
Blow them out, yeah. I actually would love to see him fight Mordred.
That'd be a fun fight. I also, even though they're on the same side, I want to see him fight Chiron. Just so I can see Chiron fucking German suplex.
Oh my god, that was so awesome. He's like, I got you now. And then he just like WWE's the shot at him.
I'm half expecting the next time he just shows up, he just jumps off the ropes. There's like randomly a wrestling ring. And he just jumps off the top rope and like body slams somebody. Are you sure you're an archer, dude? Are you sure?
Right. Yeah, Chiron is definitely in my mind moving up in the ranks of like.
I want him to be in Fake Pandora right now, and I want his entire moveset to just be him, not even using the bow. He just beats the shit out of everybody.
He does punches you. Like that's his EX attack.
He kills the bow. But every other time, he's just punching the shit out of everybody.
Oh god. Yeah.
Mordred did a thing. Sieg finally was not favored by the gods and lost.
Exactly, which I expected. I didn't expect him.
Can Mordred get a break? She's like taking on like how many servants already? Like holy shit! If she's
no, she can't get a break because she just keeps beating them all.
She can. I think at this point she's like single-handedly taking down the whole other side, except for like Vlad and Chiron. Well, no, she fought Chiron.
She fought Chiron.
Did she fight everyone in the other side except Vlad?
Vlad and Castor.
Do they have it? Who's there? Oh yeah, that dude who just fucking makes golems. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a bitch. I don't expect him to put up a fight. He's gonna make. Obviously, his thing is just gonna be he makes a giant ass golem.
I make
a Gundam golem and get inside.
Exactly. I was about to say that. It's actually.
Oh my god, he's gonna do that and fight the fortress, isn't he? He's gonna fucking pilot a golem Gundam and fight.
Oh my god, that actually kind of would be cool.
It would make no fucking sense whatsoever, but it would be cool.
oh yeah, because that's what Fake Grand Order is, making sense all the time. Yeah. Well, enough about that. Let's move on to some more serious topics, such as Hajimete no Gyaru.
This episode, I simultaneously hate and love at the same time. I can't stand it, and there were certain points in it that were like fucking the best moments in the entire series so far.
Yeah, like this is really a serious episode. Like, really serious. Like, also I like the title. It's called like First Fight. Yeah. I feel like that was like the double meaning. Cause I thought First Fight when she was talking to the guy.
You're right.
Yeah, exactly. Like I thought, he was gonna like get into a physical altercation with the dude, and then ends up being a fight between Junichi and Yame.
Yeah, you're right. But that fight in and of itself, I think, was a little bit forced. Yeah,
a bit much.
Forced. Like I feel like
it was a bit much. Like she got a little too upset for no reason.
Yeah, he's being a insecure idiot, but and then it's like one of those things where this show has been really good at the whole throwing the tropes on their head and being like, oh, you're expecting Yame to get angry because of misunderstanding, but she actually understands everything and she's not going to get angry or whatever. But for this to be like,
but in this episode, they're like, nope, we're going to go full we're going to surprise again.
But on the other hand, I really like this episode because his fucking friends are amazing.
Oh my god! Literally, let's talk about cuckolding. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That scene is one of the best scenes in the show. Oh my god. That scene, the karaoke scene, the scene where Ranko walks into the fucking restaurant and is like, hey, virgin, and they all answered her, and they all get confused about who she's talking to. Like, all those scenes, his friends need their own spin-off. This is like the first harem, quote-unquote, show where I'm like, alright, get the girls off the screen. I need to see these dudes chilling with each other real quick. This is the best part of the show.
Oh my god. Yeah, just awful just awful karaoke song choices. Like, oh Jesus. I was like, it makes me wonder, like, does this shit happen in Japan? Do they just sing, like, literally, like, all these dumb... Yes, I mean... I guess so. Like, we do have the equivalent, if not worse, in America.
Hit me, baby, one more. I want to get flagged. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Let's not have a repeat of last night. But yeah. I don't know. Yeah, everything was just taken so out of context with everything. Like. And also, if School Rumble was trying to be serious.
Yeah, it had a very School Rumble vibe, but not in the good sense. It was not, like, fun.
Exactly. It wasn't in comedy. It was just, like, exactly, like...
Which I think works a little bit better than normal, because I do see somewhat of a serious edge to their relationship, since it's more developed than it usually is in most harems. But still, a little much.
Yeah.
Also, the dude was a huge asshole.
Also...
That's unrealistic. An unrealistically huge asshole.
Oh, the Die.
His name?
Dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, him. He was an asshole.
Yeah, and then Yame was like, first of all, I don't like that. I'm sorry if this is going to make me go on a tangent, but I really hate that in anime, and I like even less in real life, where women are like, oh, you said something to make me upset, so I'm just not going to talk to you all day or all for like 2 days and make you reflect on what you did. Like, instead of just confronting the problem, I'm just going to ignore you and thinking you learned your lesson. Like, that's literally what she said. I'm like, that's stupid. I mean, but also at the same time, they're like teenagers.
Childish and naive. Also, I do think he overreacted. They were like in a McDonald's together. Calm down. They weren't fucking each
other. Okay, to be fair, if I had a whole conversation at the beginning of the episode saying I have insecurities about you being with this guy,
Yame was,
and then you ignore me after that, and then I catch you with said dude, like, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I get that part. Like, she's not in the right in that sense, but at the same time, Junichi also was like, she must be taking that dick. That's a big jump from one extreme to the other. I'd still be like,
Yeah.
you were spiteful, and I don't appreciate that.
Yeah. And then all like his whole harem just like yells at
His
him.
whole harem instantaneously gets why Yami's upset, and it's just like, all right, Sean, you. That's the other thing I didn't like. It's like, all right, now we got a dog pile on him.
I'm like, halfway you were trying to sleep with him.
Now it's all dog pile. I'm questioning your morals after I spent half the show trying to break up your relationship, and fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. Although I really like, I feel like Junichi isn't gonna fight Dai, which is gonna make me mad.
I feel like his friends are gonna do some shit. Like they're gonna fucking get his back or something, and I'm gonna love him even more.
Yeah, maybe it'll be a full on fight, just all four of them in round go against everyone.
Also, if they were in the table,
were in the
table right behind them, they did not hear the outburst where he was clearly talking about Yame and everything, or notice him. Where
only Junichi hears. Like I would. Oh my god! I think if someone talked about that about like anyone that I was dating, I literally be like, I'm like, someone better get their phone out because it's probably gonna go on World Star Hip Hop tonight.
Oh my god, this show is crazy enough where I would imagine his friends in the background screaming World Star or some shit next episode. If that happens.
We're not gonna have a next episode because I'll literally just jump out the window and kill myself. Because there won't be any points to me living after that. God, I love his friends. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Let's move on.
Is this gonna be your episode of the week?
To Hitori. I take back what I said about Fate Apocrypha. This is tied, but not with Fate Apocrypha. But yeah, this is one of my episodes of the week because, like I said, I'm biased as hell. It was just another good episode. I like this episode because it was just very based. I'm basically saying what I was saying last week. Like, once again, it's just an episode that's just like really grounded in such like reality and truth, even though it's just an anime. So it's like I understand where everyone's coming from, except the whole teacher-student thing. Like that's a little yikes. But Kosuke taking Satogawa to a hotel, that was very sweet, even though like I didn't think about that. The monologue in the beginning was very romantic.
Yeah, it was just a romantic episode.
Yes, they did the romance very well this episode. I'm very like impressed. They didn't like lay it on like too thick to the point where it's just like, it just seemed like a real relationship. Like this is like realer than like most of like the dumb relationships I see out in like the world today, which is sad on the relationships that exist. But shout out to a trifling teacher for trying to get with Kosuke. I see what you're doing, bitch. You ain't following no one.
Yeah. It's her whole scheme up till now. She was the mastermind. It's all going according to plan.
But yeah, but you know how she was definitely like, but you're like, where did she come from? Why all of a sudden is she making Kosuke work with her? Like,
come on, you bitch.
Exactly. Like, you ain't fooling nobody.
I think she did appear once before.
Who cares? Who cares?
We forgot the bar. The bar came back.
The bar did. Oh, God.
The guy was about to go out of business.
That really.
Though he's been in his bar for 3 episodes.
See how there's only 3 people at all times. It
was a full house this episode. He had 4 people.
4 people. Wow. Are they breaking any like
yeah, you
occupation
had to call a fire marshal.
laws? Okay. So yeah, Kosuke's friends found out about Sadagawa dating, and then they're like, "Oh, you have to bring Sadagawa to meet them, I guess." And then all of a sudden, they decide to be assholes and are just like, "So, detective, I kind of can't overlook this. So, you know, maybe you can save yourself if you give a testimony." And then Sadagawa lies for him on the spot, and I'm just like, "Yo, ride or die."
Yeah.
You know, like every episode, I just literally have just a much more respect for Sadagawa, like handling this situation just like very mature way, in such a cool way, like for a teenager, like he's very
Can
cool.
I just say, during that whole scene, I was thinking, like, oh shit, is this gonna be the, because I was thinking from the angle of, like, oh yeah, he's a minor, technically. And then I was like, oh shit, is this gonna be like the pedophilia arc or something where Kosuke's gonna be on trial and shit? Like, that would be cool. That'd be an interesting arc.
That would be crazy, and I would never want that to happen. That'd make me so sad. Sadagawa's already gone through enough, alright? And he's still going through it.
We got to see his mom this episode. That was his mom, right?
Oh yeah, that was his mom.
He wasn't, well, as bad as I imagined she'd be. She was bad, but she wasn't, like, as bad as I thought.
She's not abusive.
She's not abusive. She wasn't, like...
Okay, well, first of all, she's just a drunk hoe. Like, how... Like...
She was, but she wasn't neglect. Well, alright, she's
neglecting him. She is the definition of neglect.
She is the definition of neglect. She gave him a warm welcome, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and probably tried to give him a warm beer.
Probably. Let's put it this way, she's an ill-prepared mother, but she doesn't seem like a bad person. Just a very bad mother.
Sure. I'm going to hold my reservations when I think about her. But yeah, like after that whole, like the whole thing with the detective, Sadagawa was just like, yeah, this whole like you maybe losing your job and stuff is like putting too much pressure on me. So and then the horror teacher tries to make moves like, oh wow, well now we're working together. And then Kosuke's like, wait, my bae is sick. I gotta go. I'm out, this bitch.
And then you find out the teacher's actually dating the other girl, and that's a whole separate series.
It's actually the sequel to Netsuzou Trap. So yeah, this whole episode was basically about Sadagawa worried about being caught and just like ruining Kosuke's life, and it's like, hey, I can't deal with the fact that I might ruin your life if you get caught, because then it'll be my fault. Then Kosuke is like, oh, no, it's fine. And then Kosuke is like, and then Sadagawa's like, no, it's not fine. And at the last minute, Sadagawa, which I thought was such an intense moment. First of all, like at the shrine where Kosuke tries to grab his hand, hold his hand, and he's just like, no. Yeah, I was just like, oh shit. Yeah, and then he ends up running away, like admitting that he's like afraid, and then he's just like, he's afraid how, you know, he's not even afraid about Kosuke losing his job. He's afraid of like how like the guilt's just going to like destroy him himself. Like he's more afraid of like he is afraid of the consequences, but he's afraid of the consequences like upon himself more than Kosuke, which I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, it's kind of like a selfish kind of
selflessness. Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Drew, I don't want you to die. You know what kind of drama I would go through if you died, Drew? Think about me for a
Exactly.
second.
Yeah, something like that.
I have to give you a eulogy. I don't want to deal with that shit. Stay alive. Stay alive.
I'm telling you right now, Jeffrey, if you die, it's going to be like so much music. It's gonna your funeral is gonna be a lot gayer than you think. Your wedding is probably gonna be a lot more gay than you think.
Probably be my wedding planner, so I guess so.
Wait, hold on. First of all, what's with those stereotypes? Because I'm gay, I have to be your wedding planner.
It's either you or Chris.
What? First of all, Chris
couldn't only because you two
plan his way out of a paper bag.
Only because you two would be the best at, I guess, organizing
Secondly, I love how that's how removed you are from like people and relationships. You don't even realize that it's definitely your girlfriend or your fiance that's going to be planning it.
It's not that removed from relationships.
Definitely
it's the fact
her.
I don't care enough about weddings to know anything about how they work. I just assume they just
exactly because you don't even know the fact that you're not that it's gonna be all your fiance. You'll never probably know anything about it ever because your fiance is going to be. Oh yeah, she's gonna be. I mean, you're probably gonna feel it too because she's gonna be yelling at you to do a lot of stuff. But like, at least you're not planning anything.
This was a great tangent.
So yeah. Yeah, right? I'm like, wait, where do you get around like wedding planning? Yeah, we're just finishing off Hitori, Dream My Hero. It was a very good episode. It was just very romantic. Like, the drama between, like, the couples, Like I said, me being in high school, I know what that pressure is like to, of not coming out because just dealing with the blowback is just like, you're just not looking forward to all of that. I don't know. I just like this Shonen. It's just very progressive. It's just very progressive for a Shonen. It's very realistic, even though it's a teacher-student relationship. Like it's so weird. I thought this wouldn't be too realistic because it is like such like, oh, this is a dominant figure. This is the passive figure. So I thought I was gonna fall into that trope, that stereotypical trope again, where everything's kind of unrealistic. But that's not the case. It's very real. It's very like their relationship is more real than most of the shonen relationships I've seen.
In a weird way, it does, and I know this is going to trigger you, but in a weird way, it reminds me a bit of Kodomo no Jikan.
Say it.
What? Kodomo no Jikan? Oh, I got my mandatory trigger out of the way.
My head hurts so much right now.
in terms of there being a teacher-student romance dynamic and it dealing with serious issues in a more realistic way. In that sense, it's very much like Kodomo no Jikan. Just saying.
I can't agree nor disagree because I never saw that. Let's move on.
Moving on to Centaur no Nayami.
Yeah, I think this was second. This is my second episode of the week. This is what's tied.
Episode of the week this week.
No, I really like this because Flash, Mitama's a lesbian.
I thought that was already a thing, but but yeah, no, we did get a look at her. I feel like she's the most fleshed out character, oddly enough, compared to the main cast.
They really are. Oh my god, this episode, once again, it was just another really good episode. Like,
yes, it was a really good episode this week.
This whole episode was like about art, but they tied in.
It's so weird of a theme to have.
They tied in the theme so effortlessly. Like, it just seemed so natural when they just go into explanations and talk and like the conversations about art, and then how they just meld in with like oh, this like theories about contemporary art.
That was very interesting.
And it kind of just like melds in. Yeah, it just melds in with their personal lives. or their
That was the
views
first time
about
I heard
it.
of a theory about why contemporary art is the way it is. That's actually like doesn't bore me to death or make me think it's completely and stupid, utterly stupid. Like it actually made me
I
have a little
know,
bit of
like
respect for contemporary art. I was like, huh, kind of makes sense.
I know it was just really good. Also, I love that Ebi-chan went on a date. I'm
I
like,
love how like
yay.
this show really is. Speaking of treating relationships realistically, like it does great. No one is like going crazy. Well, other than the FBI and CIA and all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, every
All
government
the government
agency,
agencies.
international government agency, tailing
Other than
Ebi-chan.
that, no one is making too much of a big deal that she's going on a date or that Mitama is with her girlfriend or the other two lesbians, which I wish they were in this episode. But
For sure, in
yeah,
every episode.
so at least it's handling those relationships kind of very realistically.
I love the scene where everyone thinks they're going
That
to
was
like
the
a love
best.
hotel.
And then Kyoko was like, "Damn."
Like, even the CIA, even like the Japanese government's like, oh my god, no, don't do it.
They were making plans like, all right, we gotta have one of our agents at the front desk and put a cop there.
First of all, kids legally can't even get a room. I'm pretty sure in Japan and in America.
I don't know what the rules are.
I like to think they can't do it in Japan, but I don't know. You're right. If you can have sex when you're 13,
Who knows?
yet drink when you're 18.
And we don't know how old the dude that she was with is. So, for all I know, he's 18.
Oh,
he seemed really intelligent.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh no, he actually was very
he seemed
smart.
like college.
For someone who had nothing, he knew nothing about art. He's like, oh, let me go to super flesh explanation about contemporary art.
Showboaty. Like, I don't really know anything about art, but if I were to venture a guess, here's my college thesis on it.
Which is good. It was a very interesting perspective into abstract art.
I think the more compelling part was the second half, though, with Mitama and
oh yeah, like I feel like that was just like a nice, cute, like little, but like it was like, okay, this episode's gonna be about art and stuff, but also kind of cute little date thing. And then the second part was just like, oh, okay, this is Mitama going on to her date, and then they just flesh out how like once again they do the thing with like the relationship that she has with her father and him being an artist. And in the middle of discussing that, they just go into like a conversation about like, you know, how art is sold and why people buy art and why people appreciate it. And just like, you know.
Yeah, and her
so
friend made
good.
such a great point where she's like, listen, you're still a kid and you can't tell your father how to live his life, you know. He's been doing this longer than you've been alive.
Exactly.
So he's an adult, he has to have his shit together.
Yeah, you can't tell him how to have his shit together. Like he's a grown man, just enjoy being a kid.
Yeah, they balance each other so well. I want to see more of them.
Yeah, probably won't, but yeah.
How many episodes are left? Got 2 episodes left.
God damn it.
I know.
That's actually really sad.
It's such a good show.
It really is. No, I just loved it, and it was just so. The episode was just so well done. Like,
yeah, even coming off of last week's.
I feel like they literally. I feel like it's like one of those things, like an improv. I feel like they're almost like an improv show. Like it's like an improv show. Like every time they decide to do an episode, they pick a topic out of the hat, and they're like, oh, World War II, make an episode about this.
And that's the funny thing, that the cast is so developed and dynamic enough that they literally can do an episode about anything, and it would work so well. It'd be like they can do an episode about fucking back to school shopping if they wanted to. It'd probably be great. They can do an episode on the fucking Vietnam War. It'd be great. Like
they probably could do it about like fucking like fast food.
They could have a whole episode where they're just there eating McDonald's, talking about McDonald's, Lucky Star style, and it'd be great.
Exactly. And then like Mitama goes into like, oh, the struggle about like, oh well, you know, it takes away from me having to cook for them like when I really can't, but like the whole money versus like
family struggles and shit. Probably get some deep
Oh
philosophical
god, that
argument.
whole family is just like. I love this anime so
Yes.
much.
Yes, I love Mitama.
Yeah, I love her too. Also, I definitely like their cute disguises.
Oh, I love how he made again as on a running joke.
It's
He
caught.
always gets caught
Yeah.
because she's a fucking.
Oh, so you caught us, huh? And then she's like, "Yeah." And every time, like, "Yes, you're a giant fucking
But then
horse
when they're spying on Hime, they still get caught because Emi's a giant fucking snake. So it works both ways.
Oh right, it was his
they always blow each other's spot up.
Oh god.
Or Kyoko and Nozomi.
What about them?
They can't spy on anyone because they get caught all the time.
Oh, yeah, maybe
they should start.
They should leave the snake girls and the horse girls.
That'd probably
I
be
don't know,
racist. They
in the
probably
stable
get
or in the
arrested
nest.
for like discrimination or something.
Okay, let's end this Centaur no Nayami suck train and move on to Saiyuki.
Yes.
So this is the day after the attack. Sanzo is pretty badly burned. The Senbutsushin, which I'm assuming is like his boss, like summons them to like another like village. Sanzo volunteers to go despite his injuries. Along the way, they finally introduced like that little girl who's been kind of just saying shit from episode to episode is actually like a prophet. Who also houses like the Senbutsu Shin, or at least houses their like images or whatever. Like if you want to talk to them, I guess. You find out her sibling possessed the mate in scripture at some point. So I'm like, ooh, that's interesting. I wonder if she'll go into detail about that. Probably not, because there's only like 2 more episodes. Excuse me. I wasn't really paying too much attention to like the whole heaven structure thing.
I was
too much.
distracted
Not gonna
by
lie.
the Wizard of Oz style fucking ceremony they were doing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's like 2 armies in heaven. Like one's meant to deal with like things inside heaven. One's meant to do with forces outside of it. I think that's roughly how they describe it. But for some reasons, that they can't hurt each other? Question mark. So then they have a heretic, or a heretical being such as Nataku to kill stuff for them. And then they're like, okay, but yeah, and said Natsuko is here, so you're relieved of your duties. And he's like, are you fucking kidding me? So did they literally
just do the whole journey for no reason? It was like, oh, thanks for making the journey. Peace. Bye. Go back.
Yeah.
That's all I got from this episode.
Obviously, Sanzo doesn't take that too well, and he shoots the waterfall.
Good job.
Like, basically telling them to go fuck themselves. And, you know, they pretty much concludes that they're still going to make the journey to the west, to Yumao's castle, to, you know, stop the resurrection from happening. And so on and so forth.
Yeah. I think this was the first episode without blood.
Excuse me.
That's my only comment on this one.
Yeah,
there was
no blood
this episode, so
just lots of yeah. I feel like they could have done more in this episode. I feel like the whole episode could have been like one part.
Yeah, it
and
felt
like a whole
really
second
draggy,
episode. It's a whole second part,
and it was like a big info dump on a lot of things, especially for me because I don't have any idea of the context of anything. So it was like, oh, okay, bunch of words.
Yeah. Also, Hakai confronts Gojo about the demon mark. I forgot how they resolved that. I don't think they did.
Resolved that at all. I think they
I
just pointed it
remember.
out. Like, oh, you have a demon tattoo on your back of your neck.
So yeah, you should
get that
look
checked
that.
out.
Visit your local
Yeah.
oncologist today. So yeah, nothing much to say about this episode.
Should we just move on then?
Yes, let's move on to what I assume is your
my
episode
episode of the week. It has been a while since I made a Hero Academia episode, my episode of the week, but this episode is my episode of the week. It was very, very good.
Yeah.
Best episode probably since the Stain fight. And in particular, I loved the fight between the main highlighted fight, the Momo and Todoroki versus Aizawa, was really well done. I feel like Momo is getting a ridiculous amount of character development this season for some reason. Compared to last season.
I'm not complaining about.
And I'm glad they finally, because that was like an ongoing thing with her having really low self-esteem, even though she has like a broken ass
like
power.
they built it up in a natural way.
Yeah. Her power's so overpowered though. Is literally she can just create anything. She can just create stuff.
Yeah, but it's like it's only overpowered if you're smart.
Fuck that! If I create a gun and shoot
you, like really, really smart, you actually have to know how to make a gun.
So that's not hard to learn.
No, that's literally her power.
She put flashbangs in the
because she knows how to make flashbangs.
She knows how to make flashbangs. I'm pretty sure she knows how to make other types of munitions then.
Oh yeah, she can definitely make like guns and stuff. But like, I don't think you can just like shoot.
What if she makes it wrong and just blows up in her face?
Damn. You should have practiced more.
But I don't know. I'm really liking the way this arc is like going in terms of just the fights are really fun. It's like really creative, fun fights that you would never get to see otherwise.
Yeah, I really like I like the fight with Froppy and Birdman versus Ectoplasm. Mr. Ectoplasm.
Yeah, that was a good fight too. I kind of was like, I didn't really get like the strategy behind it at first. Like, oh, if he just makes 1 million, I don't know. Like his ability is kind of weird in and of itself, just making a bunch of copies of yourself, but then he can make one giant copy of himself.
I think the size and the abilities of what they can do depend on how many he makes. So he can make like 30 at all. They're just gonna be 30 like normal versions. But if he makes like 5 copies, like at full strength, they're like slightly bigger, stronger.
Can he make like 100 small copies then?
Ooh, I wonder. Because if he could do that, I think that would make him obscenely powerful.
Yeah. Also love how Froppy just swallowed the handcuffs and then like vomited them out.
Yeah, she's like, please don't look.
She really takes her frog power to the max. She takes her frog powers to the max. Like, she fucking uses all her frog powers, not just her tongue.
You don't know, I'm not going to say that.
I don't even want to know. I don't know about biology enough to know about what other things frogs do.
Let's just say her husband's gonna be really lucky.
Did you see the after credits mini scene?
Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck?
That was kind of fun. I'm kind of mad.
Okay, I was expecting her to like let go.
Yeah, I was expecting that too. I was also expecting her to like just punch him with one of her like with one hand, just reach over and punch him and knock him out or something. But I hope that fight didn't just get reduced to like a 1 minute extra after the credits, because I actually wanted to see Uraraka's fight. So
yeah, me too. Although I don't know how they're gonna get out of that. Also, I like how he can like divert the energy like from
his belly button
to other parts of his costume.
actually makes his power usable.
That makes him. That actually makes him like strong.
Too bad he's too stupid to actually effectively.
Yeah, he's actually just too dumb. He's just like, I'm gonna shoot until I get a stomach ache.
At least the rest of the students aren't as dumb as the first group that went in.
Yeah, they were really stupid. Oh my god, I love how like to test if like Eraser was coming by or Aizawa was coming by, Momo just makes Russian dolls. You just see Russian dolls just like jumping out of her.
Aizawa got a bit of character development too. Like he showed his soft side.
Yeah, because he's like, all right, well, I could just mess this up for her, but like I need to give her her confidence back so like she can actually be like a hero and not hate her and no longer keep hating herself.
I was kind of hoping like one of the lessons she learned from the internship would come back and help her win, like how she modeled and stuff. Like just some arbitrary lesson.
Yes, bitch, give face. And like actually attacks. She actually oh fuck. She actually just learns how to vogue and like as she needs to dodge and she just does like a drop.
Or just more practically, I thought she was gonna seduce him or something. I don't know.
What?
That's what she was learning.
You see, I don't understand. I just said something completely asinine, like she learns how to vogue and there's a drop. Yet somehow that's even more believable than what you said.
That's not more believable.
No. In what world would she try to seduce Aizawa?
Listen,
what?
her whole internship was with crazy model girl. So I assume
this is not Hitorimi, my hero.
She would sleep with Aizawa. She would just do little anime cute act that would probably fail.
Exactly. That's why that's so nonsensical. Why the no?
Please. Like she learned
She's
anything
smart.
else from the training camp.
So I just squashed a bug. Ew.
I think that's a metaphor for Netsuzou Trap this week. Should we just move on to that?
Yeah. I don't even like. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it.
Yeah. At this point, they get whatever's coming to them. They deserve whatever they get. That's pretty much my take on their relationship status.
Like it's so weird. It's like I feel like they could have done something really good with this episode, and then they just kind of didn't. Like they could have gone further, but they went back to the start.
Yeah, I didn't really feel like they needed an explanation. Like I think they definitely dwelled on the Fujiwara Hotaru backstory.
Yeah, this was like they kind of didn't use their 10 minutes wisely.
Yeah, they could have literally just summed that up all in like 1 or 2 lines.
Yeah, and then literally just like we said last week, and we were literally making fun of him,
Takeda,
thinking he wouldn't believe it. But unfortunately, Takeda's dumb, and Hotaru is quick. First of all, she was fucking quick.
Yeah, Hotaru does not fucking. She knows. She has like her excuses ready.
Damn, that was good on you. But yeah.
You know, Takeda's stupid. He's really stupid. I'm sorry. He's just stupid.
He's so dumb.
Him and Yuma are actually
Fujiwara is just like an asshole, and I just can't. I can't wait till I hope they kill him. I hope he dies.
Was it this episode or last episode where he was going on about how he doesn't like women, he just likes sex? That was this episode, right? Yeah,
that was this episode.
That's more proof that he's probably.
Yeah, so he's just like a gross misogynist woman beater. Like I'm totally okay with him dying.
Yeah, I still get like his point other than just being a total like. There's no redeemable factor about him. There's no like with Hotaru, there's a little tiny bit of a redeeming factor in that she's obviously like tormented and shit. But Fujiwara is just like a huge dick for no reason.
Yeah, I'm ready for him to die.
At least we're getting Pirate Hotaru back probably next episode.
No, she got bruised in her
Aw,
cheek. No eye
damn
patch
it.
for you.
All he had to
Sick
do was
fuck.
aim a little bit higher. We could got Eye Patch Hotaru back. Maybe we'll get Phantom of the Opera Hotaru.
God damn it. I'm trying so hard to not laugh. But I literally just had my mental image of her literally just singing Phantom of the Opera. We were like just running around like in a cape. Everyone's just like, what the fuck?
Hotaru, what's that? Don't worry, Yuma. This is my Phantom of the Opera cosplay.
This is my this is my cosplaying. I'm for no reason. Alright, I think with that we are done. But before we end, I like to give a special shout out to someone else. Someone else. Just because we were talking about earlier today, like we were just talking over like anime, we were just getting ready to discuss, and we are just like, you know what? We love doing it like this whole much more.
Yeah, this format.
Where we kind of just like talk about it. Yeah. I enjoy it. I'd like to think other people enjoy it as well. And yeah, and that could not have been done without your help. So
yes, we do use
from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much, someone else.
We do, guys. We use your feedback from your comments to improve our content. So always hit us.
Yes, unless it's stupid.
Unless it's like,
don't worry, guys. No idea. There's no such thing as a bad idea.
The podcast would be better if you
only really bad ideas.
You should cut Soberoni out of the podcast. It should just be Drew talking to himself for an hour.
Yeah, see, that's a really bad idea. and we don't tolerate those.
Not that we've seen any, just saying.
Yes. But you know what isn't a bad idea? Liking, commenting, or subscribing if you enjoyed this episode.
Segue.
And yes. And on that note, do you have anything to say,
Nope.
Silverani?
Thank you guys for watching this episode.
Yep, this has been Silverani and Dooby-Doo and G&A podcast, and we will catch you guys later.
Later.
Bye.